Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, January 16th, and you're here at the Jess Strom Show. Jess, on early today. We have no special guest. Class is back.
No, I am the special guest.
You're the show. You're not the guest. You are the show, but no special guests with us today. Players are back at the first day of the spring semester.
Yes, they are.
At class, doing their thing. Had awesome academic news from last semester. Had a bunch of people on the AD's athletic honor roll. Super proud of our players' academic efforts. So
Yep.
kudos to them.
Yeah, it's a weird time because we go from fall semester, everybody's here, all the students are here, and then it's like, poof, no one's here but us.
Here we are, men's and women's basketball.
And then you kind of get used to that, and then all of a sudden, everyone's back again. So just kind of a schedule change. I think our team is happy, though. They're back in class. Their friends are back. People are here again.
Cafeteria is ready to roll.
Yes.
Everything's open for business. Chick-fil-A, I mean, you name it. All the amenities of Cal U right here at your fingertips. Back open, ready to go. And you know what? It's the beginning of the semester. I feel like everybody's super excited about, the first day of class. And then next week hits when the assignments get going and everyone's right back to not excited about it. But yeah, really happy that they have a sense of routine, a sense of, just friendships and community. College community life. So I'm happy that everybody's back, including non-student athletes. We're super happy to see everybody on campus here today. And, for all of you, good luck and have a great semester. So let's get to Cal U women's basketball. Last time we had our show, we were getting ready to play Seton Hill. And let's just start there. Great game for Cal U. Really good job defensively.
Yeah, I think we, last time we were on the show, we were talking about coming off of a loss, losing 3 out of 4, and kind of regrouping and building momentum, forward. And I think we did a good job, especially coming out in the first quarter against Seton Hill. I think that we just defensively had some stands. Yeah, here's our highlights.
Always on the offensive end.
Yeah, but I just think we came out, they played us in a zone, and I think we prepared really well. I think our players offensively stuck to our game plan, took shots that we wanted to take, and we were pretty successful. But to me, the best part was we held them to, I think, 7 points in the first quarter. So, yeah, we scored points, but we also held them, and they're a high-scoring team.
Well, and let's just take a look at that deep ball. If you have someone that's able to make that deep ball, it really opens up your zone capabilities. I mean, Sierra Bermudez, here's another one, another deep one. When someone's in a zone and you have someone that's able to make shots like that, it really opens some things up.
It really does, and then it like you said, just for cuts like that, because they then worry, about Sierra on the outside, to where we can then get a little closer to the rim for everybody else. But yeah, she's been hitting really big shots for us all year, which is really nice for us. And then I know that play is just a regular play, but for Deja, I think that was huge because she wasn't able to do that at the beginning of the year, go off one leg, her injured leg. So, I think she's back to the Deja that we know. She's been playing really well the last couple games on both ends of the floor.
Yep.
So, that's great to see going forward. But I just think we stuck with it. You saw the game get close. And again, Seton Hill's a good team. They score a lot of points.
And their pace is just so quick.
It's hard to guard because they have 3 guards that go really fast. They can handle the ball, they attack, they can shoot the 3. They pressed us a little bit towards the end. And we turned it over a few times, but then when we really needed it, I thought we handled the ball and we made our free throws, down the stretch. People had some big baskets and stepped up. We've been playing in close games, though. All year long, so hopefully that that has taught us a little bit. But to me, that score 61-53, the 53 really sticks out because they were averaging almost 78 points a game.
Yeah, close to 80. I mean, honestly, close to 80 points. You held them. Our goal was always to hold people under their average, and that was, I think, a big relief for us in terms of the intensity that we wanted to bring on the defensive end.
Yeah, and I thought that was the 3rd game in a row that defensively we really stepped up. We're holding teams in the 50s. Westchester, Gann, and Seton Hill are all good teams. We held them. I think Gann had low 60s, but, we have really held them below their average. So that we were happy about that.
Yep. And as we, finish Seton Hill, let's talk about, maybe some of our Achilles heel going on the road. I thought you brought to the team, we haven't played extremely well on the road this year. Had a nice discussion about practicing and preparing for Slippery Rock going into there, and thought we did a nice job.
Yeah, I think it was a discussion about playing on the road, not looking at someone's record, kind of just being us no matter where we are, same effort, same intensity. And I think that they responded, but I think our practices have been good since after Mansfield. I think that after Mansfield, we really took some steps forward. And I think when we went to Slippery Rock, I think that first quarter, again, we just came out on fire offensively. But again, I just think executing the things that we talk about in practice and putting them into a game. And, again, Deja making shots.
She had 30 this game. I thought this was a really big comeback game for her in terms of confidence and strength on both ends of the ball. Just looking like herself. And we knew that. I think everybody expects when you have an injury that you're going to come back, once you're cleared to be fine, but it does take time.
Yeah, she hadn't played in a year, so it takes a little bit of time. And I had told her by January, I think that's when you're going to be hitting your stride. So happy for her. And again, there's Sierra hitting shots. She's really a zone killer. It's hard to play zone against us when she's on the floor. But yeah, I just thought we executed. I think we took good shots. I thought Nina did a good job getting the right people the ball in the right
Absolutely.
spots. And our first half, again, we scored a lot of points, but we played really good defense. To hold somebody to 14 points in a half is pretty amazing. So we were really proud of that. And then you go in the locker room though, and that's a conversation like we can't, you can't let up. In the first half it seemed like everything was going in. It looked like we didn't miss, but I think in the second half we let up a bit. We gave up too many points. But I feel like those things happen in games like this. Everybody got to play, which was nice to see. Our young kids playing, they got some minutes.
Yeah, and it's always nice when you feel like you have executed on both sides. Because I feel like recently, maybe we had done really, really well defensively and had our struggles offensively. But when it's both clicking, I feel like, obviously that's when everybody's at our best, but we can really do some great things when we're holding people to a certain amount of points, but then also scoring on the other end.
Yeah, I think, very early in the season, we were scoring points, and I think our defense needed to catch up. And then I think we went through a little spurt there where they both needed some improvement. And then I think our defense was holding us, being strong, and then we needed to catch up on offense. So hopefully this is the perfect time.
The merging of the two.
For everything to be clicking, yes.
The merging of offense and defense and doing it at the right time. I mean, January, don't you feel like January is the month, though, that where you really start to see progress being made on? I feel like last year, even, on a championship run, that's kind of when it started, was after break, January, heading into, really big time PSAC play.
Yeah, because you forget, there's a lot of new pieces to our team. Obviously, Deja is not new, but sitting out all last year, she's new. The only returning starters were Jordan and Alicia. Having a freshman point guard. Having two transfers that, really played a lot of minutes and scored a lot of points at their schools, but our system is different. They had to learn, So I think around this time is where everybody's on the same page. I think our practices now, you can definitely tell everybody knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's very different. Our freshmen know what's going on. It's not the same mistakes that we were having, in the first semester. So I think everybody has grown a little bit. Our practices are very competitive. I just think we're in a good spot. We need to continue that.
And you know what? There's nothing better to me. I think our freshmen are really improving. Mm-hmm. Since we've come back from Christmas break, it's our practices are always competitive, but it has been super even in terms of understanding the stuff, mm-hmm. executing the stuff. It looks better, but from everybody. But hats off to our freshmen who have really put in some time here to get better and kind of get the system and understand what's going on.
Yeah, because they don't always get the time in the games to show it. But in practice, for sure, you can tell they just have a better understanding. You know, they've learned how to go hard. They've learned our stuff. They are competitive, they want to win the drills. So it has made for much better practices.
Absolutely, and I would love if people could see the improvement made in practice, because it's not always possible to get everyone in. 14 people on a team.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's like borderline impossible to get everybody in minutes that people probably would love to have. But if you could see the practices, I think people and the general population around Cal who follows our team would be really, really impressed with their efforts.
Yeah, and it's funny because I always go back to our national championship team. The people that didn't play on that team were so good because they helped, the people that did play, because they pushed them every single day. And I feel like now that's where we kind of are. Even the players that don't get to play maybe as much as they would like, or that we would like to get them in, they are pushing in practice to where the people that do play have to work. It's not easy. Like
No.
they have to work every day, which just makes you better.
Yeah, it makes teams better. It makes practices better. It grows yourself. Like, it grows me, like, to be able to, try to find different ways to practice. And you get better as players get better and coaches get better, and everybody just kind of, focusing on the same thing.
Yeah.
So, which is really, really cool. Just love to see. I think, put it this way, I think we're heading in a really, really good direction. Really excited for what's to come. So now, on the road tomorrow, leaving a bit early. Think we might face a little bit of weather. No biggie. You got a charter bus, safety first. Heading to Clarion. Thoughts on Clarion?
Yeah, so Clarion is kind of tricky because if you look at their record, you could overlook them. But when we watch them, they are much better than their record.
Absolutely.
I always say that the PSAC is the best conference in Division II, and the West is really, really difficult. And I mean that. Like, Clarion, you cannot overlook them. They have not won, but they are very close, and they have good players. And yeah, you can see the standings are there. But at any time, anybody can get anybody. So, it's one of those games that we're on the road. We have to show up. We have to play. I think our players actually, though, understand. Sometimes I don't think they take us seriously. We're like, no, this team is good. Like, we have to show up. But I think they do. We changed our scout a little bit, how we do it. And I think they're really kind of running with that. And I think it's helped them a lot. And I think part of it is now they're watching a little bit more intently themselves. And I think when they watch Clarion too, they think, man, they're
really good players.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got to show up. We have to show up. We have to continue to play defense. I think, we can force some turnovers. So I'm hoping that our defense shows up and just execute our stuff. I feel like when we are executing our stuff offensively, defensively, good things happen for us.
Absolutely. And just as you saw, there's some big chunks. Obviously we have Gannon at the top of the PSAC standings that they just showed, and Mercyhurst. But there's a nice chunk of us that are right neck and neck all the way through. So it's always fun in the PSAC. This is my favorite time of the year when we start playing everybody. We're close, which is kind of crazy that we're close to getting to the end of our first round of PSAC West play. Where's the time going?
Yeah, it's funny because once you start playing, Wednesday, Saturday, and next week we have Saturday, Monday, it just goes so fast. You because you don't stop. You play, next day you prepare, you play. It's a day off. Next day you prepare. So it's just kind of this it's this cycle. So it ends up going really fast, but we have to understand, like, each game is so important because of those standings. We put ourselves a little behind early. A couple losses put ourselves behind, so we have to catch up now. We can't take any more of those. So just kind of have to show up every day.
Yeah, and that's to be great, to be able to win, and to be able to make the playoffs and win a championship in the PSAC, you have to bring your best every day. There's no gimmies in this league, and we've said that before. And I think the task at hand and the game of that day, like right now, Clarion is the most important game on our schedule. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And that's how our players, I think, are starting to approach, what we've been trying to get them to understand. And I think that message has been heard.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's been heard loud and clear. And I think, our leadership has done a good job of also echoing that. Like, no, we have to show up. No, if someone's like slacking in practice, they're taking care of it. It's there's no excuses. There's no time like now. Mm-hmm. So if we're not doing it now, whatever that is, if that's film, if that's practice, if that's lifting, it's not good enough. And we have to improve. So Yeah, it's every game right now. Like Clarion is, you're right, the most important game in our
On the
season
schedule
right now.
Yep. And for you, Jess, what do you think for the viewers? Like, what do you think right now, things that we're doing well, and what do you think that a lot of things that we need to, like, the things that we need to improve on?
Yeah, I think so. Defensively, I think we've got it. That doesn't mean we're perfect all the time, but I think that means when we mess up, we know we mess up.
We know the concepts. We
Yeah.
understand the philosophy.
Yes, we have an understanding. Like now, when someone misses help, they know they missed help. Early in the season, it was like, whose was that? Who,
Was that mine? Was that theirs?
Yeah, we know now. We're not going to be perfect, but we have a good understanding of what we want to do defensively, and I think we've been executing that.
Well, that shows up in the points that we've been allowing.
At a high level.
Yes.
I think we really have. I think just offensively, it's consistency. We go in waves. We can score 25 points in a quarter, or we can score 7. Yeah, and it doesn't matter who it's against. It doesn't matter. It's us. You know what I mean? It's us missing layups or missing free throws or missing shots, where it really doesn't matter what the defense is doing.
Yep.
It's kind of on us. So I just want to see more consistency offensively, and that's just spending time in the gym. Putting in the time and the effort, the extra effort, kind of outside of practice. And I think it's, if we can get those two on the same page,
that'd be great.
It'd be hard to stop.
What are you most looking forward to?
Tomorrow.
Same.
Yeah.
Right there with you. Like, I can't wait to play. I also think that the Wednesday, Saturday leads you up to a game. We play tomorrow, Wednesday, January 17th at Clarion. Battle of the Penn West, man. Penn West going at it, and the game is at 5:30. And just the lead up, I love the Wednesday, Saturday, because it's coming. It's like, okay, we have, whatever, typically your day off, whatever you choose. And then you have those days that you're practicing, you're focused, then bam, that game comes up. Like, I get so excited for game day. Like, I'm excited for shoot around. I'm excited for this, like the lead up to play. And I think the players are too, because they're getting after it in practice.
Yeah, and I think they know what it means. I feel like at the beginning of the season, you don't really understand, especially new players, that maybe haven't won a championship or even understand making the playoffs. You know what I mean? They don't really get it until January, I feel like. They don't even understand. And it's no one's fault. It's just you don't know. You don't know, what's going on. And I think now they understand, no, these games mean something for the end of the season. So I think they are excited for every game.
Absolutely.
I think our shoot-arounds have been good. They have energy. They talk a lot. They're a fun group to be around. So road trips are fun. Obviously you have to win to have fun. But I just enjoy being around them. So tomorrow, a game day is fun for me.
Yep. Get up, have a shoot around, hop on the bus, take that road trip with them, get focused, and then, hang out and watch the men's game. And, it's just kind of one of those things. It becomes like your own little circle, your own family. I mean, I know we preach that, but we're really around each other a lot. So you better like each other to a certain degree. And that's one thing I do love about this team. Genuine personalities, funny group of people to be around. And, they're just, there's, when we're doing things the right way, it's easy to be around them.
Yeah, and with especially freshmen, because they're so young, I feel like early in the season they don't know when to say something, or they don't really show their personalities. Yeah, and now that is out the window. So
everyone's blossoming.
Everybody has a different personality, and they're showing their personalities, and everybody gets along. It's a fun team to be around. So, and it's fun to watch the men's game. They're doing awesome.
Yep.
Our men's team is really good and fun to watch. So it's fun to sit there and cheer for them after we play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just kind of one big happy family going on the bus with them.
Yep.
I feel like they cheer for us, we cheer for them.
Gotta love it. Well, we always say too, especially when you go on the road, and now there's finally going to be students probably back in the gyms, which is nice because you're off a break. But sometimes we're all we have. Like we're all we have. Like our men's team and our team, when we're here by ourselves on campus, and not a lot of people, not a lot of students, not a lot of people in the gym. We're all we got.
Yeah.
So we kind of just band together and put it together and cheer each other on. And I don't care who it is. If you're Cal U, man, I'm cheering for you.
Heck yeah.
That's how we feel, and it's great, especially working with a group of guys with Danny and Steve. It's been great.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. So hopefully tomorrow, we can get the win, they can get the win, and then we actually have a bye after that. So Saturday we were off, no game. So we get a little bit of rest, I guess.
But
We'll
not
see.
really. Yeah, you get to make that decision on who's off and what we're doing, all that. But anyway, I think that's about it for the show. We have a really awesome day tomorrow, Wednesday, January 17th at Clarion. Join us, watch here, or I should say follow along on the website, calvulcans.com. 5:30 p.m. versus Clarion, and then Saturday we are off, and then we are back on it on
Wednesday at home.
There you go.
UPJ.
UPJ. So that's the week. Enjoy, everybody. Everybody stay safe with the weather. Bundle up. This is the Jess Strom Show. Katie Tetzlaw signing off.